Okay. Hello, I am here. Just working on a few things at the moment. I was able to actually get a lot of work done on some projects the past few days. I was able to get this one finished up. So this one's all done. I just need to fix the fringe a little bit because some of it is a lot shorter than others. So I need to trim it and make it all level and even. So that one's finished. And to start out, I'm actually going to work on one of my commissions on the commission that I have set up. My materials came in a lot earlier than I anticipated, so I was able to start on it earlier. So it's already almost finished. I'll probably be able to bang out the rest of it tonight during this live stream even. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and work on it first. It's a diagonal pattern that has been set up on a steel ring for a belt. It's the flag belt that I told you guys about last week. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that. And if anybody has any questions about how I worked on that and how I set it up, feel free to ask. I'll answer questions as quick as I can. So I am going to go ahead and get my camera flipped around so you guys can see what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm just going to start weaving like I normally do. So I'm going to finish getting set up, and here we go. Yeah, I think that's a better one to start on. Okay, time to turn the camera around. Oop, not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. If only I can get it to focus, that'd be great. Hey, there it goes. All right, so this is a commission that I told you guys about last week. I was told that I would be getting the materials on Thursday, and I ended up getting them on Tuesday. So I just went ahead and got started on it because since it's a commission, I don't want to spend, I don't want to really take too much time with it because I do have a paying customer waiting for it. So I've already got most of it woven already. And it's just a simple diagonal pattern. It's what they wanted, which makes it even faster to weave, which is great. And the material is completely different from what I'm used to using and has proven to be rather difficult. But I suspect that this is going to be very, very durable once it's finished. Hey, Brittany. Good to see ya. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it off real quick just to show you what this looks like. So here it is on the steel ring. Let's wait for it to focus real quick. There it goes. Yes, this is actually waxed cotton cord. It's used mostly for jewelry making and leather working. And you can weave it. It is difficult to weave and has a different texture to it, that's for sure. But it's also like very strong. I think if I do any more belts that actually have a buckle on them, I'm going to keep trying to use the cotton cord like this. Maybe not waxed. If I can find it unwaxed, I think it'll be easier to weave in the long run. But no, this one worked out pretty well. So this is just a 2-inch steel ring that was provided to me by the person who commissioned the belt from me. The yarn is attached with a clove hitch. So it's, it was pretty simple to put together. And so I just arranged the yarn there, and to get around the curve of the ring. Yeah, it probably would be kind of hard, but regular cotton yarn is actually pretty easy for me to weave and stays very tight. So I don't know. I'll have to give it a go sometime and see what happens. But yeah, the yarn is put on the steel ring with a clove hitch, so you can see here. So it's just looped around. And this one was woven from one end to the other, so I didn't have a middle point for this one. To compensate for the curve of the ring, I wove from the outside in an X shape, in an X pattern like that. And then I returned, and then I did it one more time to return the threads back to their home color. And that helped straighten everything out so that I could start get the weave started. So yeah, it's been a pretty good project to work on for me. Definitely has been challenging. The wax cord behaves very differently from yarn. Tends to move around a lot. It's hard to keep tight, but I haven't been minding it very much. I think it's been definitely a learning experience, and I do intend on continuing with this kind of project in the future if I get any more commissioned. And well, I may make a few for myself even. I'm not sure. So if you have a cat, you're gonna have problems here. Stop it. He's been rather playful as of late. Normally he doesn't get into my stuff, but this wax cotton thread he's been going nuts over, and it's been driving me nuts. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you little shit. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just weave this for a little bit. See if I can finish it up tonight even. Yeah. It's something about the wax cotton thread. He usually doesn't react too much to the yarn and usually leaves me alone, but for some reason, the waxed cotton has gotten his attention. I don't know what it is. As you can see, he's leaving this stuff alone. Yep. Actually, I'm going to reset this up again. This is kind of an awkward angle for you guys to look at, so let me reset it up. No, Loki. You gotta be a good boy for a change. Jeez. Alright. I have to wrap it one more time, I think. Yep. One more time. There we go. So now you guys will get to see how difficult this has proven to weave. This will hopefully focus eventually. There we go. But yeah, and this one's just a simple diagonal pattern, so it's really not that difficult to weave. Well, pattern-wise, it's not that difficult to weave. Actual thread-wise, it's been a little bit of a pain. As you can see with this one, I have to do a lot of tightening. And that's kind of the most time-consuming part of the whole thing. This camera's still driving me nuts here. I'm gonna move it just a tad. I'm having trouble seeing what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what my friend had in mind when he asked for these colors. The most problem I have with this material is that because it's so stiff, it doesn't like to stay where I put it. Just kind of goes off in its own direction half the time. So half the time I'm looking around for, okay, what thread needs to go next? It's surprisingly flexible once it's woven together. It's just, it's a little unwieldy. I'm pretty sure if I was doing with like a stiff hemp or something, it wouldn't be much different. But no, it's about as flexible as a regular leather belt at this point after it's woven together, which was what I was aiming for. One thing's for sure, I would not recommend this material to a beginner weaver because it moves around so dang much, you're just going to get frustrated with it and, you know, throw it across the room or something. And I'm not entirely sure how it would react to being used in one of the interlocking patterns. I got lucky, and my friend who commissioned this from me just wanted a straightforward pattern, so I didn't have to experiment around too much with it. Like, here we go. Now I gotta go searching for the thread I need. There it is. Yeah. All right, because this is starting to get too short and it keeps coming off of my top bar here, I'm going to go ahead and just make myself a little secondary bar here. A little makeshift tool that I have. That's the wrong end. This is basically a hair tie and 2 dowel rods. But I'm just going to stick it on there so that I have a place to loop my loose thread here, because it's kind of driving me nuts. Just kind of see if I can get those to stick together here. There we go. So like that. Normally I'd have another hair tie on the other end, but I haven't been able to find my other hair tie. How many strands? This one is a, let's see. This is a 32 strand belt. And because it's connected at one end on the steel loop with the clove hitch, there's only 8 lengths of thread for each color. Because once I did the clove hitch in the middle, it made it into 2 strands. And each thread was cut at 13 feet long. So that when it was folded in half, it would be 6.5 feet. And I am hoping to get the full 5.5 feet of length out of this that I was hoping to get. I'm actually cutting it kind of close. So if you're unsure of how much length you need to cut, always go extra. I was trying to save material and possibly did not cut enough for this, and hopefully, my client is, well aware that I might not made it quite long enough, but it'll be pretty close to what the length that he wanted. So it should still be okay. And he knows that if not, I'm just going to go ahead and, make another one for him. So, but yeah, this one is 36 strands wide at the moment. If you're starting from the middle out, like I do with most of my other projects, you want to cut as many threads as you are going to weave. So for instance, if I was going to start this pattern in the middle and work my way out like I normally do, I would have cut 36 strands of yarn at 6.5 feet long each. But since I was putting them in half and using the clove hitch to attach it to a ring, I did half as many strands at twice the length, if that makes any sense. If not, just ask me and I'll try to clarify it again. I'm still getting used to trying to explain stuff. I'm not quite used to verbally explaining my methods to people quite yet. So I apologize if it gets confusing. And you don't have to start with 36 threads. If you're using a chunkier yarn, you can get away with less threads. You don't have to use as many. When I first started making belts, I was just doing 30 strand belts, quick, easy diagonal patterns. Each thread, each color was 10 threads each. It's quick, simple, easy for me to set up. And that's what I learned with. So after I got my basics down, I moved on to higher thread counts and different patterns, and worked out pretty good. Yeah. Come on, focus. There it goes. Close enough. Hey, gosh darn it, come here. I think the next time I use this material, I'm going to not try to weave it so tight. I think that might be where part of my problem lies. It's because I've just woven it so darn tight, it's just trying to go everywhere on me. So I think next time I'm going to try doing a looser weave with it and see what happens there. It's still going to be strong as all get out, but I think I'm going to try that out next time. See what happens with that. I need to change how I'm sitting here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just a looser interlock just to see if that would work. But when I mean by a loose interlocking pattern, I mean either the lightning pattern or the arrowhead pattern, the ones where I move color to where I want it, switch it out, and then move on with the color that was previously there. This is just the straight diagonal pattern, so I don't have to really worry about that too much. Yeah, I've actually gotten quite a bit done on this one. I started this Tuesday night after I received the materials for it. And let's see. At the start of this vid, I had worked on it a little bit today for about 2 hours. And let's see. Let me show you about how much length I got here. There's my tape measure. Making sure I have my tape measure. I'm gonna have to measure this so for a little bit to answer your question. Since it's a lot simpler pattern, this kind of stuff goes a lot faster. Probably the part that took me the longest with this was getting it set up and trying to figure out how to continue on with the rest of the weave. But with the half hour on the live stream today, the 2 hours I've already put in today, plus the other time I've worked on it, That's 2.25. Two hours a day, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. Half hour here, 2, 4, 6. 6.5, 7 hours total so far that I've put in on this project. And when I do commissions, I charge $10 an hour. So obviously, the more complicated the pattern, the longer it takes, and the more expensive the project is going to be. I mean, I'm keeping track of how many hours it's taking me on the flame sash just to kind of get an idea of how long it takes me to work on a project like that. That way, if anybody, asks for a commission, I can give them an estimate of how much it'll be and how long it's going to take. This one was, I couldn't quite give as accurate an estimate as I would like because it was completely new to me and something different. But it's been working out pretty well, if I do say so. There you are. If I can get the right threads here to do what I want them to do. Here we go. So yeah, it's been about 8.5 hours working on this one. I wish I could, but we both pay for the same thing, so the point would be moot. Oh man. Okay. Let's get started back on this one. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this real quick. I put length on this a bit faster than the other patterns. So I'm finding myself constantly adjusting my setup here just to kind of make up for it. But no, if I was doing the flame sash for a client, then oh yeah, you can guarantee that piece would be probably close to $500 upon completing, I think, just because of how long it takes to do that pattern. Well, maybe not $500. It's like 50 hours. I don't think it's going to take that long, but it'll be pretty up there once I'm finished it. So I'm gonna keep going on this one though, because I'm kind of hoping to get this finished at some point. One, so that I don't have to weave wax cotton thread anymore because it drives me up a wall. And two, I mean, it's a commission. I want to get it done. I want to make sure I get it done and prove to myself that I can get stuff like this done in a timely manner. Because once I do my research, I'm hoping to open up an Etsy store and start taking commissions and selling other stuff that I have. Hopefully. We'll see if that actually happens. And now that I don't have as much thread left, they're also misbehaving on me. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, for any starter weaver, the diagonal is a good one to start with because it's one step. It's easy. All you really have to worry about is making sure you don't pull your threads too tight. Because when you weave across, if you pull this too tight, it'll pull the side that you pull the thread from shorter, and it'll actually start making the project curve. So it won't be straight when you finished. And actually, I can show you an example of that. So when you're doing the diagonal, you really do need to kind of watch yourself, because I don't know if you can see it on the camera here. It might be difficult to see on the camera, but this one actually doesn't lay flat. This one actually curves. Just move towards straight on, maybe then you can see it. But yeah, you can see that it just doesn't want to lay straight. And that's because I kept pulling this, when I wove across, I kept pulling it too tight. And so it made the one side shorter than the other, which causes it to have a curve, which I don't know if you can really see. Maybe you can see it there, but it causes it to curve. So with the diagonal pattern, just make sure you don't pull it too tight. And you should be okay. You should be able to make a nice straight belt. And even if it has a little bit of curve in it, I mean, that's okay. I mean, a lot of my projects had that curve to them. Even this one, this whole little sample I have has a whole like slight S shape to it, just because I pulled it too tight. So, but that's really the only issues you could have with the diagonal pattern. Yeah, other than that, pretty easy. Of course, this one, it's been kind of tricky considering all the tightening I have to do to begin with. So trying to make sure things don't go too tight or making sure things don't go too loose has been one of my main priorities with this project. But it's been turning out pretty good so far. I think we'll be all right here. No, you really can't tell when it's wrapping around the waist. You really can only tell when it's, sitting there on the rack when you finished it. And it's not so much, that bothers me. I know that for most people, they're not really going to notice, but I have the curse of being a perfectionist. So for me, it's like, dang it, that doesn't look right. I need to fix it, but I can't because it's already finished. So for me, it's one of those deals. I know. Being an artist, I picked up the wrong hobbies. Being an artist and a perfectionist just don't mix very well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten these up a little bit, I think. I don't want that to be too thick, or it might not pass through the belt flag. But I also don't want it to be too thin either. Yeah, I'll see if he's okay with me taking a picture to post. I'm not sure he'll want to be photographed and posted all over the internet, but if he says yes, I will make sure to get a photo so you guys can see it. I think I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Now that the threads are all shorter, it's actually getting harder to weave them because now they're moving around more freely. It's starting to really get on my nerves. Because I need to get at least one more pass out of these to try to achieve the length I need. And hopefully I can get it. Okay, so since I only have like this much, couple few inches left, I would normally stop there and just fringe the rest of it, but I need all the length I can get, so I've got to fight it for one more pass and hope that I have enough to get what I need to do. So this needs to come across and then weave down, and I'm hoping I have enough length for it. We'll see if I'm lucky here. If not, I'm probably gonna have to stop partway and see what happens after that. Just give it a few tightening tugs here. Make sure it's straight. All right. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to give it some more length there. All right, so last pass of this belt. Let's hope I have enough to finish it, or at least finish it the way I want to finish it. Thanks. I'm really hoping I have enough left to finish this. It's going to be cutting it really freaking close. I can tell you that much. Okay. All right. Tighten that up. Oh gosh, the shorter threads, it just keeps loosening and it's driving me nuts. Okay. We'll see what happens. So you see there's not a whole lot left on this one. But we will see what happens. I basically just need to get the yellow bar returned back over to the other side. So I'm going to weave the red over to here. And that's going to be the last bit of this belt. And hopefully it's long enough to do what I need. There goes nothing. Because if this doesn't work, I gotta weave him another one. And start all the work again because I didn't cut the threads long enough. This is what happens when you don't cut your threads long enough. It is frustrating. I thought I had enough excess and it turns out that I might not have. So I'm gonna take this as a learning experience and know to always cut way more extra. Just to be on the safe side, you know? Gosh, this is getting so much harder to weave. I think I can actually make do. I can't actually like tie it anywhere permanently because it goes back into the weave, but I can probably make do with. Yeah, that's me. I don't like what that did. I might be able to make do with this. Hold on. So I'm just going to pass that through there and then maybe just pass it the other way actually. So yeah, we'll try that. And it's going to flip that way anyway. Okay. So instead of a bobby pin, I'm going to use a safety pin. And I can actually, I think it'll be easier to move too if I need to. Thanks for the suggestion, though. I appreciate it. So I've been fighting this thing for the past half hour. Come on. Where are you? There you are. I'm trying to remember to not pull the piece so close to the camera so that it doesn't blur out on you guys. But it's getting tougher to weave. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a little trick I picked up a while ago for this now that I'm at the very end here. Just pull these tight. Not too tight, though. Gosh, that one's really short. Okay, hold on. Here, you can see how much... I can't talk with a safety pin in my mouth. But yeah, you can see how much rougher the weave is getting because it's just getting so much harder to weave. So, I'll get that tightened up real quick. Gosh, I wish this wasn't so blurry. Here we go. So, since the threads are being so problematic for me, I'm actually going ahead and trying a different technique for the weaving, which is I'm going to go ahead and separate out all the threads with my fingers before pulling the thread through. I think this will make things a little bit easier on me. Maybe. We'll see. So, basically, I'll get to the end here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up just because I can. Fix up this stuff. And then I'm going to take that thread, just pass it through. I'm going to think I should have stuck with that for everything else. Another tool that I've found that actually helps me out with this sometimes is a crochet needle, because I can reach down and grab the thread I need easily. Not you. Nope. This one. There we go. Mm-hmm. Hi, Christina. It's good to see ya. Caught me when I'm finishing up a commission here. So this was the one I was talking to you guys there last week about last week. So I'm weaving with wax cotton thread, and it's really being a pain in my butt right now. Oh, nice. I hope you post some videos on it. I'd like to see it. Nice. Oh, man. So close. I have this many red threads to go. And I'm hoping I have enough length to finish this. Yes, this is the flag belt for my knight friend. So this is the one that has the steel ring fitting. And instead of weaving from the middle out like I normally do, I'm weaving from one end to the other. And I just used a clove hitch to put it on the ring. Just to kind of give you a quick recap of how I set it up. Oh, music stopped. There you go. But yeah, I'm almost done it. It'll be nice to be able to hand it over next time I see him, which will be probably Tuesday. My friends and I, we always have Taco Tuesday. It's kind of become a tradition. So I'll be seeing him then, and I'll be able to hopefully hand it over to him, see how he likes it. And hopefully it's long enough. Because I'm shorted myself on the thread, so I'm like right at the bare minimum right now. And I need to not do this again. Yeah. But if everything works out, it's going to look wonderful. So I'm hoping everything works out. That's kind of what I'm betting on here. And like when I mean betting, I mean literally betting. I am gambling on the fact that I have enough for this. Come on, piece of. I wouldn't be having such a hard time if it was regular yarn. Because it's this wax cotton thread, it has been giving me absolute horrid fits. Has the commission been a pain or the thread? No, the commission, it's pretty easy. The thread's been giving me fits. Okay. That's at a point where I need help. So I'm going to tuck that away. I'm going to grab the crochet hook again. So you probably noticed me using a crochet hook earlier just to help me out. And it has been helping me out. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the crochet hook to separate out the threads that I need. Just going to make sure everything's in the right place. Go. Okay. I'm off camera. Whoops. Length must have gotten back up. Hold on. Oh yeah, the music is actually on the YouTube Studio. There is a tab on there for free music that you can use in your videos. And as long as you put what they want in your description, you won't get cited for copyright. And they have different genres of music, different types of music. It's downloadable, so you can save it to your computer. That's what I did with mine. It's playing on my computer right now. So yeah, as long as you, if it comes up with a little thing that says, hey, just put this in your description and you'll be fine. You won't get cited for copyright. It's quick and easy to just cut and paste. You can edit live streams, your description in your live stream after it's been posted. So because I forgot to put all that stuff into my description, but I can go back in and just pop it in real quick. And then I don't have to worry about anything. That is the wrong thread. Come here. Ugh. So, yeah, Christina, I know you were having problems with getting cited for copyright with one of your past videos. I was going to mention that to you last time you were on, but I never got. I completely forgot to tell you about it. So, yeah, the free music on the YouTube Studio, on the YouTube Creator Studio, it's been awesome. Oh man. Is that camera angle better? Everyone can see okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a ton of music. They got a ton of different music on there. They keep adding, they add more periodically, so it's a really great resource. And it's completely free, which is also great because I don't have to pay for buying music. All right. I might be at the end as far as I can go on this. I'm going to be stubborn though and try to get one more row. Okay, good. Glad you guys can see okay. So as you can see right here, I don't have a whole lot left to work with. And I have 4 more threads, just 4 more threads that I got to get across. Oh gosh, this is going to be fun. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, hold on. I think I screwed up here. Where did it happen? Okay. Okay, what I did wrong and where is it? No, that looks right. Okay. And the wax cotton thread just does not like staying where it's supposed to stay. Especially with it being shorter like this. It just goes freaking everywhere. There you are. I bet that's what was throwing me off. Got it. All right. All right. Okay. Let's try this again. We're like 3 and 4. But it's the last leg. That's what the important thing. Hold up. What'd you do here? Dang it. Hold up as I fix this. Whoa, Loki. Hi. Okay, well, have a good night at work, Christina. Thanks for joining us. It's good to talk to you again. What, Loki? Yes, I know. My cat's talking, Jimmy. So you have to excuse me as I, well, kind of talk back to him. Because he talks back a lot. Okay. So that ought to hold a bit better now. Oh. Ow. Okay. There's a cat in my lap now. Loki. You're going to get in the way, bud. You can be up here. We gotta sit. We gotta lay down. Come on. Lay down. Good boy. That's a good boy. So my cat has claimed a spot on my lap now. And now he's gonna make it even harder. Stay down. You need to stay. You can be on my lap, but you need to stay still, okay? I'm working on something. Yeah. Can't keep moving around like this. You're gonna throw me off, cat. Sally demands attention. Just jumps up into my lap and tries to disrupt whatever I'm working on. Jeez, come on. So close. Make it a little longer. Oh. Okay. Yep, that pass isn't going to work. Threads are too short. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. I'm going to try, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Because this one right here didn't quite make it. So I'm probably going to have to stop it here. But I got very close to getting to my goal. So I'm going to call it good. And hopefully I can get the rest of this tied off the way I want it to be tied off. Or I could always add lip here. See what I can pull off. I don't usually do stuff like this, but I'm actually going to tie these two together. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay. So I'm just going to have to try something here. A little bit different. Okay. So that's all I'm going to be able to manage to get out of this one. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this off real quick here. And this is just going to be a square knot just to kind of keep everything in place. Okay, so that's done. And then I'm going to take this one here, and I'm actually going to just kind of start doing some knot work straight across the bottom just to tie everything off. So I'm going to tie this in a double knot real quick. Like that. So now everything's knotted off. But because some of these threads are so short, it still has the chance of coming undone. So I'm going to take the longer of these two. And I guess it kind of works like the knot work that you use for a friendship bracelet. I'm not sure. But I'm going to just start tying it straight across here and hope it works. So I'll do that one. No, that might not work as well as I wanted to. Okay. So I'm going to pull that out. Yeah, I was so close to getting to where I wanted it. So freaking close. Okay, so I'm going to tie this off a different way. So I'm going to grab the longest thread that I have in here, which is this yellow one here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab two of them. So I'm going to grab two of these yellow threads. I knotted it off on either side. So it can still come undone at this point. It's just, it's not going to be very easy. But I'm going to take these two yellow threads and I'm going to tie them off above the knots that I already made. So I'm going to tie it off here. Oop, didn't want to pull that tight. Don't want to mess up that. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wrap it around a couple times and knot it off. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do a square knot just to kind of tie everything down here. Pull it nice and tight. Just kind of adjust that real quick. Okay. And that's how I'm going to tie that off. This should hold fairly well. Now, the fun part will be seeing if I got the length that I needed, because I already knew that I was cutting it pretty darn close. I needed it to be 5.5 feet long. And we'll see if I got it. Ugh. So I'm going to move my loom and I'm going to move my camera around, so bear with me for a couple seconds. Ouch. Hello? Okay. So move this here. Yeah. Pinched myself. Hello. All right. So I need 5.5 feet. And I'm 5.5 feet tall. So I'm pretty darn close here. We'll see. Hi, Loki. So just to measure it out, I'm gonna just move through here real quick. Actually, that's not gonna work. This will also probably stretch with time, which I don't think my client's gonna mind so much. Ever get those side stitches in your ribs? I've got one going right now. Not very comfortable. And I'm gonna grab my measuring tape and measure this out. Okay. All right. Let's see what I got here. So my goal was 66 inches. We'll see if I made it. Okay. So there's the halfway mark there. Let's pinch that real good there. Ah! Darn it. Made it to 60 inches flat. So I am 6 inches shorter than I need to be for this belt. Okay, so that means I am probably going to make another for my client because the first one I made was too short. So, or I guess, yeah. Can't help it if it's, that one's completely on me. So I'm going to make another one for him at no cost and only charge him for the work on the first one. So he's going to get 2 belts out of 1 because I screwed up and made it too dang short. So, that was 1 hour and 45 minutes plus the 2 hours that I had. So 3 hours and 45 minutes for today. Okay, so I had my figuring off a little bit. Because I had 2 hours from earlier and another hour 45 minutes, so 3 hours 45 minutes, and I've got 2 hours and 4 hours marked down there. That's still about 8 3/4 hours. So, yeah, 8 hours and 45 minutes from start to finish for that one. So I'll times that by $10 to get my final price for the commission. And since it's made out of a special material, he's also getting charged for materials. Well, we'll see. Maybe he'll be okay with the 5 feet long. So I don't know. But yeah, just you kind of see how this one works or how it will work. It's going to wrap around. It's going to go through that, up, under, and through. Like so. And he's going to hang his flags on it. That pretty much tells what order he's with. So yeah, that's one done. And maybe I'll get lucky and he'll be okay with the length. And I won't have to make another one. But yeah, this one's pretty much done as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to try and force it anymore. It's done. All right, you too, Brittany. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is probably all I'm going to do tonight, too. It took me a bit longer than I thought to finish this. So I'll start up again next week. I'm either going to be working on Flame Sash again, or if he doesn't like the length on this one, probably another one of these. So until next week, guys, I hope you guys enjoy your week. And I guess I'll see you later. Toodles.